So there's been a little bit of controversy in the Dokkan Battle community as of late, especially as it relates to the global version of the game and the last patch. The last patch, everybody, maybe not everybody, but a few people were speculating that we were going to get categories, the thing that has caused its own fair share of controversy just due to the way that it has been handled with Gogeta and Omega Shenron and their to-be-released leader skills. But a lot of people were anticipating the categories would be added in because a lot of data miners found it in the database. So people were expecting that it would be added to the game in this patch. Now, that is not always the case with things that are added to the game files. However, in a lot of cases, they do get added pretty quickly. However, if you go on DBZ Space and you look at the list of inactive cards, you'll see plenty of cards that are not even translated yet. They've just been added to the game. They're in the database, but they haven't been translated yet. They're not even ready to be rolled out. A lot of times, Dokkan Fest cards will sit in the database for quite a long time, but it's just how it is. People were expecting categories and didn't get them. I was a little bit on this hype train. I was kind of excited to potentially get categories. However, I didn't get my hopes up too high. So I'm not as disappointed in this as a lot of people would be. But today we're going to take a look at the timeline of when we could expect categories and how I think that the global version of the game is going to shake out over the next few months. Because I don't think that it's going to go exactly as people seem to think it is. I think that it's going to be a lot messier of a rollout than the original Japanese. So let's load up Japan on DBZDokkanStats.com, run by the great one and only The Laughing Man. Shout out to him. And we are going to scroll down to the point that we are at currently. So we're technically at this point, if you look at straight just 1-to-1, well, this is the banner that's in the game right now, though it's not as good. But if you actually take a look at what content we've gotten, we have gotten all of this up to here. We didn't get this Great Saiyaman rebirth yet. I'm actually kind of excited for that. I believe that'll probably be the next Rising Dragon Carnival. We'll probably get Goku Black with that too. Originally, this was Majin Vegeta, I want to say. Or no, well, this is Majin Vegeta. This is when Majin Vegeta was originally added. But we already have Majin Vegeta because he's been added to the game already. So this hasn't arrived yet. We got this technically. We didn't get all of this. This Raleigh event will come back at some point because we didn't get all the rebirths and stuff. We got Kid Buu recently, and then Janemba and Gogeta everybody's been talking about. We'll highlight that because that's where we're going to come back to. So this is actually the point of content that we're up to in the game, but I don't think that we're going to be getting these Dokkan Fests next, and I think that that's the reason that Angel Goku got pushed back so far. I believe that we're going to get this Dokkan Fest, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, and this Dokkan Fest with not Bardock. The Bardock over here distracted me. We already got these rebirths, but we didn't get this banner. The Super Saiyan 3 Broly. I actually think Super Saiyan 3 Broly is going to come first. It's going to be him or Gotenks. I don't think Janemba and Gogeta are going to be the November Dokkan Fest. I don't. I think they're going to save that for December and do the holiday celebration thing like they did last year with the Christmas banner. I think they're actually going to do that proper this time with Janemba and Gogeta. So that's just my thoughts on it. It would line up a lot with the way that they handled Super Saiyan 4s. It's going to be, well, it'd actually be an extra month later, but it would be a whole month's worth of celebration for a dual banner. So I think that that's the way that they're going to do it this time around, and they're going to make it a super sale. It's going to be like the 2.5 year. So that's just what I think that they're going to do. I'm not entirely certain. This is just speculation at this point. So I think we're going to get this banner and this banner in November, and then we'll get these two in December, and that'll be what everyone spends their Christmas money on probably. So that's just my early speculation and thoughts, but this is not really the point of this video. So what I'm trying to get at is we still have quite a bit of content to get through in this meta. So this meta ended around, let's say here because it's right before. So this meta ended around the 2-year celebration in JP, which means that around the new year would probably be when we get, or a little bit later would be when we get, or that's not two year, excuse me. That's actually not, what is this even? It's not even, or 3 year it would be. So this would be about February or March in our time, in global time. Obviously, it's usually about 5 to 6 months behind, or even 4. It depends on what kind of content, really, because like this Warrioress of Universe 6 banner came out like earlier in September, I want to say, and that was originally out in July. But let's quickly go over what we have left. So we didn't get a Raleigh, obviously. We didn't get Great Saiyaman. So that's that. We don't have Janemba and Gogeta. This, I think we technically already got back, because this is the return of Broly. Is this the return of Broly, or is this the original Broly? I think this might actually be the original one. Anyway. Quickly check that. Yeah, this is the original one, okay. Because we got it first for like 3 days. Alright, that's cool. So, we got these two. We got the Raleigh. I've said that a couple times now. We got Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. We got this Dragon Ball Hero summon. I'm actually looking forward to that because this guy is going to be really important for Fusion Dance team. The rest of these guys I don't really care a whole lot about, but I kind of want to summon just for the Super Saiyan 3 Adult Gotenks. This banner we're going to be getting in a couple days. This, we already have the Rebirth, but we didn't get the banner yet, so it's going to be interesting to see if we even get a banner. Or what I could see happening is they would combine this banner with the Great Saiyaman and Super Saiyan Vegeta banner. So we haven't gotten Super Saiyan 3 Broly yet. That banner is going to be really. This is the return of Broly. We already got that as well. This banner, I don't know if it'll be coming back. We never technically really got one to begin with. We got the ticket banner version of this, where these cards were all in it, but we have never gotten a proper Gacha Summon version, so maybe we'll get that. I don't know. This we already got technically in a different form. It was the one with like all the old Dokkan Fest units, like Full Power Frieza and Omega Shenron and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. We just didn't get the really new cards. I don't even think we got these two in it. I believe we started like 70% leads, and it had like Rose and Vegito in it, but still, we got this already. So that's like 6 or 7 banners that I just listed off that are going to be coming between now and categories in the Japanese version of the game. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to get all of these. We're probably not. We're probably going to get stuff moved around. The Bio Broly banner is going to be coming out now. Dragon Ball Heroes, I don't even know if that's ever going to come out. They might just throw Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks into a Rising Dragon Carnival, or Super Saiyan 3 Adult Gotenks, I should say, because that's what he Dokkan Awakens into. They might just throw him into a Rising Dragon Carnival, since he's pretty much the only card out of all these that's like ultra important for anything. I don't believe that Janemba, I think it's Janemba or Baby Janemba, it's one of those two, or like Super Pikkon or Boo with Bobbity Absorbed is really important. So it's one of those things where I don't know if that's going to be in the game. Most of this other stuff, like we got a Rally already, so it's like eventually we'll probably get a Rally again. And we got a little bit of content to get through until categories still. And what I want to know is if they're going to add categories early and add the leader skills later, or if they're going to do it all in one swift shot. Because originally in the Japanese version of the game, the former was the case. They did a little like grace period where categories were in, but they weren't completely in. They weren't. How do I want to put this? Categories were in the game, but they didn't have these cards to take advantage of categories. I believe they came out sometime around this banner, because I remember that there was a whole you could use these cards and get extra drops thing. So I think this is actually the reason that this banner came back. So what I could see them doing is just dropping it all at once, putting this banner in with maybe not directly this exact same thing, but a new version of the Gogeta and Omega Shenron banners. Because here's the thing, if they don't put the Gogeta and Omega Shenron banners in, we got a long while to wait until another Dokkan Fest, because that took up all of August in Japan. There were other banners in the little like interim period, but that was all that lasted until this banner right here, this Ultimate Gohan banner. And then after that, you got 2 Dokkan Fest banners kind of back to back. I believe this one was out a little bit before the Goku one, but they've been kind of in the forefront for a little bit longer. There was less overlap. I think what the point is that I'm trying to make is that they need to do something with the Gogeta and Omega Shenron banner coming back. I think they need to have another version of that banner, because otherwise the people who missed out on it before, because they spent so much on Super Saiyan 4 Goku, they couldn't justify even putting anything into these banners. I think they need to do a little bit of justice by the way that the originals were released, because if we just compare these two banners, they're so significantly better on the Japan version just because of the quality of the cards that were out at the time. And I defended the global release of the game to an extent because I think it's cool to have simultaneous releases of the same cards, but I thought that there were two big problems. One, obviously the leader skill thing was a lot of people's gripe. I didn't necessarily have a problem with that as much as the fact that there was a fully functioning secondary leader skill right here underneath the category leader skill. So if you weren't going to add categories, at least add this secondary leader skill. There's no reason not to. And the banners just weren't very strong. They were pretty weak. This banner in JP had Int Gogeta, Fizz, and Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as 3 God leads. It's 2 Neos and then this category lead. So that's a really spectacular banner, and it's got Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku as well. In Omega Shenron side, you go here. There are 3 extreme 120% leads. There's Kid Buu, Super 17, and Cooler. And then you also have Rose and Omega Shenron. This banner's fantastic. You have both. No, you don't have both Omega Shenron. Yeah, you do have both Omega Shenron. That's strength. That's Fizz right there. So you have 5 really viable leads in the game, all in one banner. And then, obviously, you have like stuff like this. But then if you take a look at the global side of the game, and we go down to a little earlier on than that. That's not it, actually. Oh, I did pass it, actually. My bad. So if you go to the global side of the game and we look at the quality of these banners, we'll take a look at Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta first. This drop-off is insane because, yes, it does share in common. We'll scroll down a little bit. It does share in common Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. But other than that, the only really great card that's in this banner, I think, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta is good, Goku Black is solid, and Strength Gogeta is fine. But there's 2 cards in this banner that just suck. Like, there's really no other way to put it. Like, Fizz Broly's bad, Golden Frieza is not good either. And then this banner has multiple amazing leads. This banner really only has 1, and you can't use them. So there's no leaders in this banner. Take a look at Omega Shenron really quick. So this is probably the best banner that we'd gotten in the, or one of the best banners I should say, that we'd gotten in the global version of the game up to this point. You got Fuzemasu, you got Rose, you got Omega Shenron, you got Buhan, you got Strength Omega Shenron, you got Vegito, and you got Super Saiyan 4 Goku. This I still don't think is better than the other Omega Shenron banner, and I'll tell you why. Because while some of these are great units, here's the thing. Extreme Strength, not an amazing team. Omega Shenron's fine for it, but it's just on the lower tier of teams that you're going to want to run. Although it's a lot of fun to run, it's just not, with the friend system the way it is, not a team you're going to be able to run very often. Vegito is great. There's no argument for me there. Buhan, good now. Going to be outdated very quickly. Rose, viable. Fuzemasu, viable. This banner's fine, but there's no really standout units other than these 3. This banner doesn't have necessarily the standout units. It doesn't have a Super Saiyan 4 Goku. It doesn't have Vegito, but it has way more depth and way more usability. Now, Extreme AGL and Extreme Int aren't the most widely used teams in the Japanese version of the game, but the ability is still there, whereas even here it's not. You can run 70% teams, just you aren't going to be able to do it for very long. There's going to be a point that these Dokkan events reach where you need a Neo lead to beat them. So, anyway, this is my 2 cents on the topic of categories. I don't think they're going to be coming for quite a while. I don't know if they're going to be dragged out as long. I think we might get them a little bit earlier than JP got them in terms of the content schedule. But that's just my thoughts on this. So, let me know what you guys think down below. What do you think? Are you mad about not getting categories? Did you kind of expect something like this? What are your overall thoughts on categories in general? So, anyway, that is going to do it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle.